Welcome, mortal kind, to Quest Accepted, to the final episode of the Vagari, Shun, and Sabhir prequel. I think we can just get back into it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. super fast start. Previously, you had made your way onto this deserted island to find a variety of people here, shipwrecks, castaways that have washed up on this island that's not on any charts. You explored further and discovered that there seems to be a curse of some sort that keeps the people here. They have ships and vessels that are perfectly capable of sailing should they need to, but anytime somebody tries to sail away, they just make their way right around and just end up in this kind of liminal sort of space around the island. There, you found out that there is a curse associated with 4 statues present at a sort of sacred site at the base of a mountain. Upon arriving at the site, you made the offerings that were present there to the right statues, connected them correctly to their items, and then you noticed the door that led into the mountain break down and crumble, leaving behind nothing but sheer cliff mountain face. The island then suddenly started to shake. The mountain volcano started to explode, and a terrible wail arose near you, where a woman with a horrifying visage and like red bloodshot eyes and blue like streaks down her mouth arrived in front of you, materializing. I need everybody to roll initiative right off the bat.
Okie dokie. Artichoke.
Ooh, natural 20.
Okay,
Damn, I thought I rolled good.
for a total of
22.
all right, 15 to 20.
I got a 17.
17. Oh, I didn't roll for Talif.
Ew, Sabhir, what are you doing?
I was gonna say the number, but then he was like, I didn't roll for Talif, and I was like, never mind.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll wait my
I just
turn.
like, oh,
What's-
right, you're
what's
like
yours,
making more
Sabhir?
He
faces.
just knew.
3.
3. Okay.
It's a 3, my lord.
3, my lord. I got better.
I got better.
Bit. And what did you say you rolled, Vagari?
17.
17. All right, cool. Got it.
38.
Okay, we can all turn to roll 20 and get this battle map up.
That's what I forgot to do.
I was gonna say, I got a lot of help.
It's okay, you're handling a lot of stuff.
A lot of D's net. Sorry, I'll stop.
Hey. I feel like I look like it's at least 7.9 miles back to the village.
Yeah, right.
It's a ways. It's a ways away. Wait, what's so funny?
All right,
What I
swim,
missed?
Shady. That was good. 8 Mile.
Wait, what? I missed the joke.
8 mile.
Oh
He's
my
at least
god.
7.9 miles. That's really good.
That's really, really good.
La, 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 la.
Place yourselves wherever you want to be placed. You essentially, this area over here is where you guys were solving the puzzle, and you came back down these stairs into like the sort of like central courtyard area, and this is where the Banshee has arrived.
Shun!
So you guys can place yourselves wherever you like.
Vagari, are you finding it super hard to move in here?
It seems
Oh
as
my
if this
God.
island has got some sort of gravitational anomalies. Do we know what gravity is?
It must be the Banshee.
The banshee must have a hold on us.
The farther we get into the center of the island, the harder it is to move anywhere.
Alas, we can move now. She must have released her curse. It was timed.
GM, when
Yes.
we made our way into this opening, giving us a chance to kind of position ourselves, would we have seen the banshee, or would because this helps inform like where I want to be?
You no, you're like all running away from the statues, and then the banshee materializes in front of you all. So that's
Okay.
so I just put you guys there momentarily, but she arose there.
Then I would be close to Talif for sure. So wherever Talif's at is where I'm gonna be.
Okay, gotcha. She's about there. Sabhir, Vagari, you guys are good there?
Yeah,
I'm good.
All right, cool. The banshee arrives, looks at you all, and gives a horrible sneer, and just, "You will stay, and wither as well." Shun, you're first. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm not staying here, and I'm going to use my movement to hide like a good rogue that I am. I want to be here,
Okay.
and I want to just be out of eyesight.
Yeah, that fair enough. So you're taking the hide action?
Yes.
All right, cool. Fair enough. Vagari, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go into a rage. And 5, 10. Would I be like here to attack her, or do I need to be like right on top of her?
No.
Maybe
The
close
previous one is
buddies.
fine. Yeah.
BFFs or respect
No,
the distance?
you're good. You're good there.
Okay. Am I in your personal bubble? I don't know. And then
That's one,
as-
personal space. 2, personal spaces.
Yes. And then I am going to take my great axe as I come up, just like running. I'm enraged. I want to get the fuck off this island. I am going to take it and like slash it across her face. How tall is she? Because she looks hunched over.
She's about your height, roughly.
Okay.
Her proportions are significantly larger. You can tell that. You know what? Make a investigation or perception check.
8.
She's big. She's about your size.
Okay, cool.
La, 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 la.
She's a little bigger than you.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my great axe and I'm gonna like slash it across her face.
All right. Roll to attack.
Would it be considered a call? Like, what is it, a call? If I like claim that I want to like try slashing her eyes, like slash through her eyes.
Yeah. So it's a called shot. You roll with disadvantage.
I want to do it.
Go for it.
Why not?
I want to slash out her eyeballs. I'm going for both, by the way, eyes, plural, not
So
just one.
you're trying to blind her.
I'm basically trying to like cut across like this.
All right. Go for it.
Okay, so dear Lord, please don't roll bad. Damn it. We're off to a great start. Okay, so that would be a 9.
9. You bring your great axe through, and she just kind of like she moves back as you go to try to strike her eyes. She just moves her head back, and you totally miss. Anything else you got?
Nope.
Okay. You hear her go.
Well, at least
Actually,
I scared
it's
her a
her
little.
turn.
Oh no.
She like reaches in herself, and then just like you see her kind of like dig her nails into her chest, and she just starts wailing. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna say, is she on our side? Because she'd be attacking herself. I think I did okay here. I got a 19.
18.
Success.
11.
Failure. And Talith rolled an 18 plus 3. Shun,
Mm-hmm.
you drop to 0 hit points.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Banshee's Wail.
She ain't
Shun,
slaying.
me?
you start to feel a little like dizzy. Talif and Sabhir can see that blood starts to streak out your ears, down your side. So it's hard to tell because you are red, but as it reaches and starts to soak into your shirt, it starts to turn your blue shirt into like purple, and you just kind of like try to hold yourself up against the column, and you just collapse down to 0 hit points. That is her turn.
If I knew she was that OP, I would have taken this more seriously. Shit.
Yeah. For bookkeeping purposes, Shun's the one with the healing potion.
For bookkeeping purposes, I was about to ask.
For bookkeeping purposes, this is also a prequel where we all must live.
Oh, I came up with a way that I can kill you and it would be fine. Don't worry.
No.
Well, that's what you get for taunting me. All right. Talif is up. She... Oh boy, what can she do? She doesn't have a whole lot at the moment. She's gonna run up to you, Shun. Because she can see you, because you have a broken line of sight with her. She's gonna like kneel down next to you, and the rest or at least of here, what you see is like, I guess Vagari also see this, the kind of like gold streaks in her porcelain skin, where like it's been like, looks like it was like cracks in porcelain was repaired with like melted gold, start to shine. She puts her hand, she like rolls you over, Shun, puts her hand on your chest, and you heal for 6 total hit points.
Put your hand on my
You see that like for a moment she kind of like glows a little bit, especially like on the gold, and then as she like strains to put like whatever magic she is to bring you back from 0 hit points, she kind of like collapses a little bit and just kind of Are you up?
My head, it's ringing. What?
Okay, up. And then like you can talk, you can fight. She lifts you up
What?
and like she uses like her action to help like stand you, like the rest of her action and movement to help stand you up, so you don't have to use your movement to stand up. That is Talif's turn. Sabhir, you're up.
Sabhir. Okay, and is that the thing? That is the thing. That is the thing. Okay, so Sabhir, seeing all this happen, will instantly rush to his sister's side, and as I'm running up, I will let out a daunting roar, and just with spear in hand, just or whatever, what have you. That was a horrible roar. You know what I mean? Rar, XD, and then I will. So as a bonus action, daunting roar. I would like you to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom saving throw or become frightened, right?
Yes.
Okay. You see she looks angry and she looks in pain. You notice that she kind of like looks at you and just kind of like, the roars of a cub are no different from those of a lion of the jungle. No effect.
Oh.
Yep. She is immune to being frightened.
Damn. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to continue on with my thrusting abilities and just go into the ribs.
Fair enough. Make an attack roll.
Sorry.
Natural 20.
Was that your like tribal scream? Like, ah!
that is the daunting roar.
Make roll damage.
Okay. Spear. What is it?
And it's a critical hit, right?
It is.
It's technically a critical hit.
Yay!
So, since I had 2 hands on it, would it technically be a D8?
It would technically be a D8.
Okay. Same damage number. Hell yeah. That is going to be 9 damage.
9 total.
Yes.
And you're using your spear, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You...
Piercing. Yeah,
Sorry.
piercing.
That's incorrect. You run up, you bring the spear in, and it goes through. You feel a little bit of purchase, a little bit of resistance, but then like it goes into her body much easier than you were expecting it to. And she holds where the wound is, and then just but you feel that maybe it didn't do as much damage as potentially could have.
I'm gonna take that back.
The island continues to shake, and a giant boulder, boom, just slams right down in this area, just like falls right at the bottom. That's the lair action. Shun, you're back up.
And I would like to say, as a free action, I'll after the stab, I'll take out my shield and just kind of get ready.
Okay.
Shun will move. Yeah, full 30 here. And enough of these games, and shoot out a Eldritch Blast.
All right, make an attack roll.
Hiya! How's a 14?
That'll hit.
That'll hit. That's a D10.
Sweet.
That'll hit, lads.
That'll do.
That'll
Gonna use-
do.
Let's see if I stick with this for the damage. 9. Fuck yeah. 9 fuck you damage.
9 fuck you damage indeed.
Critical hit. No one's told me to fuck off before.
It's just that coalescing of the rust around. I guess this would be the first time that Vagari and Sabhir would see this.
Yeah.
So, for these manacles that kind of fall underneath or fall away from Shun's sleeves, they're very tight on there, and almost like leaching out. This powder starts to come off, and in the center of his hand form this kind of ball. Like it starts to just collapse in, and then more dust kind of goes around the entire hand. And as he like throws a punch, it shoots out at the Banshee.
Oh wow!
It shoots out and like slams her right in the temple, and like knocks her a little bit off to the side, and she kind of like looks at you and just that fucking like knocked her off to the like heavily. Anything else?
That is it.
Vagari, you are up.
All right. Apparently Shun's got moves over there. You stay here, Sabhir. I'm gonna go to her backside. We'll have her fully surrounded. I'm gonna go to her backside. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna like
Always the
run
dirty
her.
mind.
I'm gonna run around and like kind of get closer toward like her back and charge like onto her, and like as I charge onto her, like I'm gonna lunge and like jump up and then like slash straight into her back and try impaling her with my great axe.
All right, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
For all fairness, in order to charge, how many feet away do you have to be?
10. But I had like 30 feet of movement, so it could be 1, 10, 20.
She's gonna take an attack of
30.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm sorry. I try to.
All right.
Because I can get him, I can get us.
Meh.
I know.
Actually,
But
yeah. Okay, there we go. Not enough.
I'm gonna go to her
3 points
backside.
3
and
points
I'm
of
gonna
damage.
Charge.
Yay! I
Sorry,
rolled a
no,
20.
not 3. She rolled a 3. Sorry, no damage whatsoever.
I rolled a 23.
And I want to impale her.
Yeah, make attack roll damage. Go for it.
Okay.
Can I charge your backside like a credit card?
Give me a second.
Oh, it's a tap?
19 points of damage.
19. Okay. Dang, that's a lot.
I done good.
That's a lot of damage.
That damage. I really wanted that charger bonus.
Okay.
Can I impale my spear or my great axe so far into her back that I'm just like riding her like a pony now?
No.
Aww.
You have to be off of her.
Dang it.
You leap up, bring it down in her back.
What if I said for flavor's sake?
No, because mechanically, it would still have to have a mechanical thing.
Like
For
a
flavor's
mechanical
sake, can I
bull?
be up 500 feet in the air? No.
What if it
You
was a
bring it
mechanical
down
bull?
on her back.
That's what I wanted to do.
Goes through, it finds purchase, but it goes through. Doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting it to do.
Once extra
After
attack
19 points of damage.
Yeah, it doesn't do as much as you were planning on it to do.
This bitch is like crazy strong.
Yeah, she's something.
I just wanted to ride her like a bull, but like, you know how on South Park where they have the Honey Boo Boo episode and she's like squealing like
I have not seen that episode.
Scary.
With that, here's what we're gonna do.
She's gonna kill
She runs away and says, "I'm sorry."
I might have fucked up on this one.
She kind of like hovers in the spot that she's in, and you see her kind of tear the skin from her face away from her. Her red eyes getting much worse. The blue that's under her just kind of spreading through her chest and arms, and you see that her white flowing hair starts to kind of become thinner and black. It starts to blacken. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are these things that she's doing not inflicting damage on herself?
Nope.
Please. Okay.
I got, you said wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
13.
13 as well.
4.
Okay. And Talith
Oh no.
rolled a 3.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shun
no.
and Talith are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
With disadvantage if the banshee is within line of sight.
Okay.
Okay. That's her turn. Can't do much after that. So now it goes to Talith. Talith, let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But she can't get any closer. Yeah, no, Talith can't get any closer. So she's going to come out from behind the column. And you see that, well, she'll just, yeah, she can't do a whole lot. She's just going to try to attack her. She's going to throw a javelin. Oh no, but it's with a disadvantage. Damn.
Aim high! Aim high!
Great. She has her great axe, steps from behind, and just kind of throws her great axe down, grabs the javelin, and just lunges it. It goes straight through her chest. But once again, not doing. Wait, what? Yeah. Not doing as much damage as you would expect it to. And she's going to repeat her wisdom saving throw. Not enough. Wait, wisdom? Yeah, not enough. She's still considered frightened. Sabhir, you're up.
I will see the javelin go through. Did it fully pierce this this creature, or did it
You
go
see
in
the
and stick?
you see where the wound is. Imagine if it's the javelin went in, but then it went in, kind of paused a little bit, and then went through the other side. And you can see that there's cracked, ashy remains where she's been injured so far.
Okay. All right. Yeah, in that case, I will go ahead and make an upward spear attack. Try to hit the chin or something. Does a
+2.
+2,
Right,
+2
flanking.
for flanking. Okay.
Is it flanking, Marco?
It is flanking, yeah, +2.
+2, so 21 + 6, 20.
That's enough to hit.
6. Okay.
Roll damage.
Marco's
Sorry,
like, yeah, I don't care anymore.
I realized the note that I was making was going along with at least the music in the head, so it felt good. I'm not fully here, guys.
You're doing great, buddy.
Thanks, bud. 6 piercing.
All right. It goes through, finds the purchase. You leave behind the ashy, sort of like cracked remain, but again, not as impactful as you would hope.
No.
Another boulder off of the exploding volcano, boom, falls, lands right here by you, Vagari. Shun, we're back to you. You are considered frightened, but you can repeat your save at the end of the turn.
Well, I'm not going to move anywhere because I'm feeling frozen with fear. But that same frozen feeling kind of pulls Shun back to his roots, and in his other hand, the blood from his ear starts to kind of pull down his arm and into his hand and freeze. And as it freezes, it turns into a spike, and he hurls that and is going to do Ray of Frost.
All right. I love that. Fucking love that. Make an attack roll. Disadvantage.
Ah, God! Ah, that was so good.
Sorry,
okay, well that was better. So,
frightened.
21.
21 will absolutely hit. Roll damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Here you are. You bitch. One
One?
damage.
Okay.
Was it like a toothpick?
Yeah, I flicked it.
The ice kind of like goes to hit her,
You're in timeout.
and she sees you like from the corner of her eye, sees you, puts her hand out, grabs the actual like frozen blood that is ice, and just like crushes it in her hand and like smears it across her chest. She took no damage. She's immune to cold damage.
Good to know.
You can roll for
Wisdom save.
saving throws.
Oh man.
Yeah, 19.
19 will succeed. You are no longer frightened. Vagari, you're up.
I am going to run to the side and forward to get some momentum because I'm trying to swing this great axe as hard as I can. So once I got the speed of my run going, I'm going to swing the axe back around towards Sabhir and like into her side from the front.
Go for it.
Oh my god. Can I roll with advantage?
Can
He's
you?
ignoring me.
Do you have
I rolled!
do you have that yet or no?
Do I have what?
Reckless attack, where you can just give yourself advantage, but then they have advantage to hit you.
Make sure you're
Oh.
using the right, because you're level 2 here. I think you do get it early on, right?
I do not believe I have that.
I could be starting at second level.
Well, anyway, I rolled a natural one.
starting at
so-
second level. She has reckless attack. She can roll with.
Where the fuck
with
is that
advantage.
at?
It's under your traits, right? Or features?
Yeah, features and traits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll again.
Huh.
If you want.
If you
Hell
want
yeah.
to.
I can do that every time?
You can do it every turn, but then she gets advantage on you.
That's fucking fine.
Just. That's fucking fine. She won't do shit to
It's
me.
better than a natural one. Yay! That was worth it. I got an unnatural 20.
Hey.
Unnatural 20
She
will
can't have
absolutely
advantage
hit.
if she dies.
Roll damage.
Okay. I'm talking all this shit, but she's gonna be like, that was nothing.
Grabs the head, just rips it off. Oh!
That was 12 points of damage.
It's like every
Jesus.
isekai or whatever.
12 points of damage. Damn, that's a lot.
God.
But
I'm stacking.
once again, you bring it through, leaving behind the ashiness, but it does not seem to affect her as much as you would expect it to. Okay, that's your turn. The Banshee is going to... she's going to look at you. Vagari, you've been doing the most amount of damage to her.
Nah, she just knows she got advantage.
She's just gonna, yeah, she does have advantage.
like,
Marco, you're metagaming.
I have here who's done what damage. Like, you've been wrecking her shit more than anybody else.
Yeah, yes, you very much have.
Yeah.
That is completely fair.
I hit her with
That's over here with frozen toothpicks.
toothpicks that don't do anything to her.
She reaches towards you,
I didn't mean
claws
to
a splay, and just rakes you across the back. You are going to take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Fortunately, I see that this bitch is going crazy on my ass, so I brace up like a stone and I endure that hit.
Like a
Nice.
stone.
Vagari.
So I take 3 points of damage, right?
Depends on what you rolled on your stone's endurance.
Oh yeah, I have to roll for it. Where am I today?
You roll your d12 for your
Roll
stone's
D12.
endurance.
Another band with Eminem.
I got 4, so I reduced it by 4.
A band with
So you
M&M?
reduced it by 4.
D12.
I said it was what? It was 14.
I thought you
yeah.
said 13.
It was it 13? I rolled 11 plus 2. No, 13. Yeah, 13 points of necrotic damage. Reduced
take
by
9.
4. So 14 minus 4 is 10 points of necrotic damage. No, 9 points of necrotic damage because it was 13. Sorry. 9 points of necrotic damage. And that uses up your stone's endurance.
Sweet.
Okay. Talith is going to take a few steps closer to the middle of the battlefield. You see her, like, she's frustrated and angry, and you see her the gold start to glow, her eyes start to glow, and she just kind of and like these wings burst out from behind her. These kind of like eagles, white traditional white like angel wings. She is transformed, and she takes up to the sky. She flies up about 15 feet. And she's going to take the spear. She's still frightened. She's going to take the spear, take a second javelin that she has, rolls at disadvantage, but definitely hits, and is going to deal... She does what? 2 additional points of radiant? Yeah. 5 plus 3 is 8. Halved is 4. Plus 2 is 6 points of total damage. There we go. And she just goes... Let me see. She's going to re-roll her save. Damn, still frightened. Not rolling well for Talith. And she just goes, "Go! I got this!" That's her turn. You guys can choose to listen to her or not. Sabhir, you're up.
I will turn to Shun like, "You can do that," and I'll turn to you. I'll turn to Talith and just like, "We don't run from fights, never." And I'll drop my spear. I'll take my short sword out, from behind my hand, and I'll try to cut at like the knee. Wait, is this thing floating?
She doesn't really have legs. Truly.
Okay. Well, then whatever is under there, I'll just
She's hovering.
that.
She's hovering.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll knock out her hoverboard from underneath her.
All
Take
right,
that, Grandma.
Make an attack roll.
I just picture Sabhir like a cat with a toy being dangled.
That is a 13.
13 to hit will hit.
Hey, and then I would like to use my superiority die to kick this old lady down the stairs.
How many
Hell
times
yeah.
do we have to teach you this lesson, old lady?
That's an old lady.
Great.
But before you do that, take away her assist.
You're level 2. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. It's a feature thing. Yeah, continue.
Yep.
So
Hey.
you want to knock her? You want to knock her prone?
Yes, I need you to make a strength save.
Ain't no life alert here.
You go to try to like whisk through. You do manage to hit,
Okay.
but she floats. She is immune to being knocked prone.
Man.
She's
Okay.
just immune to everything she wants to be. How
All right,
convenient,
then
Marco.
then that's 10 piercing damage as I strike my sword and I try to like at least hit the quad and drag her down.
Hit the quad.
All right, you
Hit the quad.
rake through with the sword. It doesn't find as much purchase as you think it should, but it does leave behind that ashy, cracked sort of skin. Now,
Dang it.
in the middle of the battlefield, a stone falls right behind you, just a few feet away from the mountain, and this starts to happen.
Ooh, lava! Push her in the lava!
This is the
Vagari,
best.
suplex her into the lava.
This is the best that I could
This
do.
is so good. Only the best
Push her
production
into
value
the
here.
lava!
Talith, you were the chosen one.
Not the best, but we're trying.
Hey, it's beautiful. It gets the point.
So there we go.
You were supposed to bring balance to the force, not destroy it.
Lava starts to take over the battlefield.
Lava's a battlefield.
Shun, you're up.
Shun, feeling a bit better now, will move 5 feet here. What the hell? 5 feet there. Yup. And, yell out to Sabhir and Vagari, "Consider running!" And, cast, with both hands out, going up and pulling down, but basically arms of Hadar.
Okay.
So these chains, as he reaches his hands up, shoot up from out of the ground, and start to wrap around the floating banshee. And as he pulls down, he's hoping to
All right.
chain this lady.
It's a save, right?
It is a 13 strength save.
All right. Here we go. She rolled a 14
Okay, so then she takes
minus 5.
Oh,
Oh.
hell yeah! Then in that case, she not only takes 2d6 necrotic, but also cannot take any reactions
Okay.
for the rest of the turn.
Fair enough.
So in Shun's head, he says, "At least you are useful for something." And she will take 6 necrotic.
The chains, you bring your manacled hands up. These chains go up. They wrap around her. She they tighten around her and is pressed up against her body. Her hands to her side, and she kind of looks at you deadpanned and just hovers through them. and just like lets them go through her. She is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay, but she still can't take a reaction.
She still cannot take her reaction. That is correct. That still applies.
I spoke too soon. And I'm going to run away as fast as I can, which is the rest of my 30 feet. And that'll be my turn.
Go for it. All right. That is Shun. Vagari, you're up.
Well, if Shun's running, I think we should probably follow suit. And I start to run, out. I guess I'll run this way. And then, but before I go, and then, like, come back around, and then slash her one more time real good before, like, continuing my run.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm at 20 feet right now, so I get an extra 10. That's a 22.
22 will absolutely hit.
Yay. Okay. And then 11 points of damage.
Okay. All right, you strike
away like a
through
bitch.
across her back, leaving behind the ashy sort of cracks in her skin, and she like winces in pain, but again, not causing as much damage as you would expect it to. She turns to you all and says, "You will wither." I'm gonna roll a d20. If it lands on a positive, on an even number, it's going to be Vagari. If it lands on an odd number, it's going to go to Shun. Odd, but I don't think that'll be enough. Does 11 hit?
Nope.
She, like, reaches out and, like, kind of gets this, like rips her eyes a little bit underneath her eyes and, like, pulls this bloody blue-red sort of tears, and then just like shoots them towards you, but they go all around you, breaking into the foliage around you. That's all she can do, but she will turn, and she has 40 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. And kind of hold the position here. She passes through you, Vagari.
I got a cold
You
shiver.
feel a cold take hold of you, but you do not take any damage. So that is her turn. It's going to be Talif.
Excuse me, my good DM.
Yes.
Would I be able to take a reactionary move? One called Opportunity Attack.
You would be able to.
Could I do the same since she passed through me?
Yes, you can.
Yay!
But first, Sabhir, roll a wisdom
Dad.
saving throw real quick.
Mother of God, I will have you know that the attack was a 23.
That's fine.
Okay, wisdom save for the wisdom 10.
Okay, fair enough. 23 for damage.
23 to hit.
To hit. All right, roll damage.
Hey, that's 9 piercing damage. As I'm like, hey, back here, and I'll try to stab in the back as they're running.
You stab in the back, and you like find that soft purchase carve down her back a little bit, as you see the remnants. And at this point, instead of the regular cracked, ashy skin that remains on her back, you see that it kind of becomes a little bit incorporeal. Like it kind of is a little like through the hole that you left, you see Vagari and Shun through there.
Oh.
And it becomes sort of this wavy, sort of altered.
Disgusted. What?
Nothing, just keep going.
You see
Okay.
that part of the body is like missing. It forms back up, but it looks like it starts to ooze a little bit. Vagari, your attack of opportunity.
I'm laughing because as she passes through me, I'm just gonna be like, nobody goes into me without consent. Just like slash her in the back.
That's right, you tell him!
Go for it.
Consent is always needed when doing battles.
God.
Who said that?
Sorry, something came over me.
I rolled an 18.
You're giving away our
18 will hit,
position.
roll damage.
Okay, and that is 14 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
She died.
Yes!
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm like,
Oh, sorry. Vagari, the scene is yours.
okay, so I'm like, nobody passes through me without consent, unless it's Pudgy. I take my great.
You haven't met him yet.
I was about
I'm
to
just
say.
There's just something, I don't know, just a lingering thought.
Out there.
There's a pudgy pig for me. Okay, so I take my great axe and I like slice her straight up. I don't know what's there because she don't have legs, but I slice her straight up, and like as the great axe begins to like cleave from her base up through her head, just like, you know how like whenever you watch movies of like people passing on to the afterlife and they like kind of like get dusty and like kind of like just scatter into the wind, and like I imagine her scattering, like her body just like fading away and like breaking off into the wind, like from the base through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just fade away.
Yes.
You see as she passes through you and you bring the axe down, you see that her face that looks like that of like a pale young woman starts to kind of like become very gaunt and thin and starts to age rapidly to an old woman, and this horrible sad visage of a broken and ripped face and skin. She like looks at you, smiles, she starts to reduce in size, becomes like a very small, maybe like 5'4" woman. She gets legs, starts to regain color, like and even though she looks like an old woman, she just mouths the words "thank you," and she disappears. That's it for combat. That being said, we can remove us from Roll20. That being said, we're going to keep the initiative going because the lava is catching up. So, Talif is no longer frightened. Talif is going to fly. I'm going to say, Sabhir, she's going to try to grab you to pull you along.
And they say that a hero can save me.
She's going to reach out, to reach her arm out to like clasp your arm and goes, Sabhir!
Reach out and touch faith.
I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics check. That's gonna be a 9.
9. Okay, that's fine. She rolled a 19. That's sufficient. She's gonna carry you part of the way to catch up to Vagari. That's all. That's her turn. She makes her full distance. I'll say that she leaves her wings out for now. So now, what we're gonna do
is we all fly away.
Watching us.
All right. So we're gonna go into a sequence of skill checks. So you move up. As you start running through the jungle and the lava's catching you, I need everybody to make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
24.
19. I mean, just kidding. 9.
2 in a row.
15.
Yep. 2 4s.
Vagari and Shun, you two run ahead. Oh yeah, Talif freaking wrecks that. 23. Sabhir, lava and debris and rocks start to fall around you, you're going to take 6 points of 3 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of fire damage as debris and stuff start to fall around you. You make it to the river. Everybody make an acrobatics check now.
13.
14.
15.
Okay, everybody except for Talif, although Talif is flying. No, because at this point, the wings drop, and she has to start to run with you guys because it only lasts for a minute. Everybody passes except for Talif. We're going to see if she's able to... if the creature that holds in the river is able to grab hold of her. Nope, not enough. That's a 6, and her AC is like way too high. You all run through, you pass through, and she's like falls into the water, and you can see the tentacle try to grab her, and she just grabs like one of her javelins, like stabs it multiple times, and rushes back out. Now the final check. You all have before you, there's streams, there's debris, there's foliage, there's animals. What do you do to get ahead of the lava and the debris falling around you before you make this final stretch of through the woods to make it back to the village?
Shun will run as fast as he can ahead and cast, while everyone's running through, Ray of Frost as many times as he can to try and create a barrier that'll at least make a funnel outward.
To create a barrier between you and the lava?
Essentially just to kind of make an impediment. So he's running as quick as he can and then just casts it out as far as he can before the lava hits, to widen the area that they have as everyone else is running.
Understood. Okay. You can choose to make, we'll do either 3 attack rolls or 3 rolls of Arcana. Your call.
Oh, I'm going to do 3 attack rolls.
All right.
8. Sorry, 7, 4, 19, 7, 19, and another 7.
Okay. It's a little difficult to kind of be able to run and aim, and still these powers are still very new. You do manage to set up some blocks of ice that might be able to prevent some bit of the lava stream, but not as effectively as you were hoping. Vagari, Sabhir, what do you guys do to try to get ahead?
I think at this moment in time, after being burned, this time by the lava, I think Sabir's flight or fight response has kicked into high gear, and I think he would be trying to remember the way to the boat.
Okay.
Which direction is it?
You do have the map.
There is a map.
Where it is?
All right. If you're trying to remember your way, if you're using your memory and the map, it's investigation. Or
okay.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for landmarks and determining where you are along the path, it's survival.
Okay.
So your choice.
I will try to do survival and just try to if I can sense or smell sea air or any location that I could possibly get back to our boat.
Okay. Go for it.
That is a 23.
23. There's a moment when after the fork that you guys took the left to go towards the river, where you didn't see on your way back, where you were coming from, there's another fork from the direction that you came from. There's a left and a right. You remember you have to take a right at this point to head back to the village. So there's it's a mirrored fork kind of this way. So you took this path to go to the river. You got to take this path to go back to the village. you manage to direct everybody in the right direction and continue onward towards the village.
Sirenscape.
Okay. Vagari.
I don't think that I'm necessarily as concerned with maybe running faster, but like, I feel like I would run behind Sabhir and make sure that we were both like making it out. And like, if there was debris that was gonna fall on him, I would like try to like snatch it out of the way or like help him dodge it, or like if he's falling a little behind, like push him along. Like, I'm basically just big sistering it.
All right. I will
Grab out the
say.
scruff, like, come on. You're trying to throw a cat outside.
Here's what I'll say you
It's
can
okay because you
do.
land on all fours.
Yeah.
You have the option to.
Could be real weird when I get peg leg.
We'll call it athletics or survival, whichever one you want.
That is a 14.
On which one?
Athletics.
Athletics. All right. So you see like debris starting to come down around you. You throw one of your javelins. It breaks one of the stones about to fall on Sabhir, and as it like sticks in the ground, you grab it and continue running, and just like kind of like push Sabhir forward a little bit further. Okay. Talith. I'll say Talith already did hers, which was using the wings. She's going to... here's what she's going to do. Sabhir, you're the fastest, right? You have 35 feet of
35.
movement.
Yep.
She notices that you're kind of leading the way, but also like lagging behind to stay with the group a little bit. She's going to like run up to you, and like she's going to grab your shoulder, or she's gonna touch your shield that's on your back, and you hear her just yell into your ear like, "Lead the way, lion!" and touches your shoulder, and you guys see this bright light emerge from his shoulder, from his shield, and as the ash and the clouds and the darkness starts to kind of envelop, Sabhir serves as a beacon to lead the way back to the village. She casts light on your shield. So as ash and rock and stuff starts to come down and the foliage gets thick, you're able to see through all of that to keep an eye on Sabhir's shield. That's what Talith does. As the four of you emerge from the village, from the foliage into the village, you see a lot of panic and confusion. You see Drajit and Bravantel just off at the edge as people are like running up that little valley from where like the stream goes through and there's the cooking area. They're running up the valley to go towards the ships, and everybody's just running up that area. Drajit is like, "Over here! Come on, hurry up!" What are you guys doing?
Sprinting.
Booking it.
I would scream everybody to the I'd be running to Drajit, but also screaming, "Everybody to the water! To the water!"
I'm gonna make sure that Bravantel and what was the kid's name?
Hale.
I'm gonna make sure that they specifically get onto a ship.
Onto a ship.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You all run through the forest, make it onto the beach, and you see that there are some people starting to go on other ships. Bravantel and Hale kind of take a position at the break line of where the forest meets kind of like the beach, and she's just directing people, like getting them to go. Talith gets next to Drajit, starts doing the same, and you see that Talith just kind of like, "You get on the fucking boat, you can't move as fast," and Drajit's like begrudgingly like agrees and starts hobbling his way towards the boat. What are you guys doing? There's panic here. You see
Pick
that
up
they're
Drajit like a bride and continue to run up onto the boat. "We don't have time, Drajit. Don't worry, I'll save you." And just like, I regally, like my hair's flowing in the wind, like carrying Drajit like a damsel in distress.
That's slow motion. That slow motion shot, like,
make a persuasion check.
Well, it is non-consensual if I fail.
That's fine.
Full circle.
This is gonna see what happens. It's just gonna see how he reacts.
Oh no!
I really like this one.
I rolled an 8.
No one picks up a fucking dwarf. He starts to like hammer your back, but with his fist. Make an athletics check to get back onto the boat and start rowing towards the main boat.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay, 12. You're rowing hardcore. We can say that you wait in case Sabhir is lagging behind. Shun, Sabhir, what do you guys? So Shun, you said that you're keeping an eye on Bravantel and Hale.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to convince them. Like, I know that she's like their leader, but like, I promised you I would get the boy to his father. At least get onto the boat. We can point. We can point.
Make a persuasion check.
Absolutely. Oh fuck yeah, 22.
She very begrudgingly, she like pauses, and at one point she's so focused on like what she's doing and like telling people, and then you just this visage of red skin with piercing blue eyes and black horns, just like the certainty with the vigor of a great storyteller and a drawer of attention, a demander of attention. She just kind of looks at you, looks at Hale, and just,
Your child needs his father. Go!
she grabs Hale by the arm, runs off to the boats that people are starting to go to. Sabhir, what are you doing?
I would go ahead, and the light spell is still on my shield, right?
Yes, the light spell is still on your shield.
Okay. I would go ahead and take that off and just kind of like hold it like a beacon, but like pointing towards the trees to kind of like guide light for anybody that doesn't know where to go. Kind of like a lighthouse,
Okay.
but a very, very tiny lion-shaped lighthouse. and then I would like to, everybody, this way, and I'll try if I can, if you'll allow me. I want to try to keep an ear out if there's like anybody that's if I see or I hear anybody that's running or that maybe can't make it in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make either make a performance check, let's say.
Okie dokie. Let's roll that on the table this time. 3.
Some people just see a white light that they're not sure what it is, and they're terrified, scared, and confused, and they start to run in the other direction.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Darwinism.
I would like to throw down the shield then and start running towards them. Just no! You have to come this way. The bad.
Okay.
There's death that way.
All right, we're gonna say that you run. Vagari, we can still say that you're waiting. Let's go back. Vagari, what are you doing?
So I'm in the rowboat with Dragit right now.
You're in the rowboat with Dragit. Are you rowing? Are you continuing to row towards the ship, or are you going to row towards the ship, or what are you doing? Because right now I'm saying that you just put Dragit in the boat and you're there, and you can choose to go back onto the beach, or you can start rowing. You see that Bravantel and Hale are headed your way.
Yeah. I'll be like, Dragit, are you fine from here?
I got it, lass. And he kind of like shakes his head a little bit and just kind of, you know what? You do your thing, I'll do mine. I got it. And he like stands on the edge of a boat and starts like waving, get in here, come on, we can take passengers, hurry up. and just waving at people to like get on the boat. And you see that there are certain people starting to get onto the rowboat that he's on. What are you doing with that?
So at this point, because he's got that covered, I'm gonna go back onto shore, and like if I see people that are just like getting trampled or like not like just looking confused, not sure what ship to go on, or like to Sabhir's point, do I see Sabhir run into the woods at this point?
Yes. Yeah, you can see that.
Okay, so I'm gonna just keep an eye on that situation. As long as he is within my eye of sight, I think I'm okay.
All right, cool. So you're going back onto the beach to direct people.
While keeping an eye on Sabhir.
Okay, make a persuasion check. Or an intimidation check, your choice.
That is a 12 for intimidation.
Okay, plenty of people start following you. You see that a lot of the chaos that's happening on the beach is starting to get a little more directed towards the boats heading out towards the ships. Shun, what are you up to?
Like a trained tour guide. That way. That way. If you want to survive, get your asses that way.
Okay, persuasion or intimidation check.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna probably assume. Yeah. 5.
5.
5. Oh, wait. Shit. I want to cast Disguise Self to look like Bravantel.
Roll with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Okay. 16.
16.
Yay.
Thank you. Gracious.
The chaos starts to find its control, and people starting to direct towards boats. You actually see one of the first ships, the sails start to go down. Lava is starting to... You see amongst the trees and foliage, it start to glow with the rivers of lava starting to make its way through the woods. Sabhir, you're running back into the woods to see... into the forest, into the jungle, to see if you can collect some of the stragglers. How are you doing this? What are you doing to do so?
I mean, just as I'm running, like, no, you idiots! It's the other way. You have to run to the beach. Run to the beach. That's the only way out. There's lava. This island is going to kaput. It's no more.
Okay. Make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Three.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Six.
There are people caught between the lava and you. Some of them run off into the woods. Some of them are scared of you, and they just kind of stay present. The fear and confusion is too much. The lava starts to approach you. What are you doing? I'll tell you what.
I will undo undo my bandages on my hand, and I'll say, "Do you want this to happen to you? No, run to the beach.
All right, you
do not want this."
One more persuasion.
Natural 1. 4.
God.
A 2.
Mm-hmm. Understanding
to jail.
Language is a bit difficult when you're only working on survival brain, on hind brain, just animalistic intentions, and a lion is very much a symbol of predatory status. That being said, there is one child that sees you and kind of recognizes what you're trying to do and runs towards you and just kind of like puts their arms up asking for help.
I will grab the kid and I will be like, "You are a smart one today, and you will live. I do not know about your friends, but you will." And I'll
But that's my dad.
Your dad's dumb.
Shun only promised hail.
You
I got one too.
You run out of the jungle. Some of the stragglers that ran away from you eventually do emerge. Not all of them, but some of them do emerge from the jungle, and with Shun disguised as Raventel and Vagari directing people, you see that they kind of find their way eventually. You do have the child with you. You all...
Raventel, where do you have room for this? Kid.
Sabhir, it is me. I am disguised like... Get into the boat!
What? Oh!
Get into the boat!
Okay. All right.
Now, you notice, all of you, for the first time, there's a lot of people that get into boats and start to like get off to ships and stuff like that. There are some boats that are in the middle of the water that are just floating, and you notice that some of the people, not everybody, but a really significant amount of people, as they reach the water, they simply disintegrate into the water. They lose their form, and much like Thanos in Infinity War, like with the snap, they turn to ash, and they just scatter into the ocean. You make your way onto the boats, onto the ship. You see that Braventel and Hale, while they are there, like at the boats near the area, and they're leading people on, you all make it onto Drejit's boat and start to row, or starts to get in. As Braventel and Hale make it onto the boat and step off the sand, they look at all of you and they disintegrate as well.
Bro, we've been helping dead people this whole time.
You row the rest of the way onto the boat, the island slowly breaking apart and falling and crashing and sinking back into the ocean, and the fog that was around you becomes incredibly dense, and then where you cannot see but a foot before you, not even the next person next to you in the boat, and then it starts to clear. The air starts to clear, and as if the island was never there, with a bright, sunshiny day on the middle of the ocean, you make your way back to the Stone Wing, onto the ship with some survivors. Taking account of the ships, about a third of the people that were total in the village make it onto the ships and continue to sail.
I'll walk up to one of the survivors, and it was Hale, right? Hale and
Braventel and Hale.
Raventel. Okay, and that was the village leader and
Her son.
the kid. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll walk up to the one of the villagers and. How long were you on the island for?
You see there's this man with like ashy blonde hair, light blue eyes, seems to be of like fair complexion, but definitely sun-kissed to say the least. Simple clothes, kind of tattered at this point. I was on the island for years. I don't know, 3 years.
Did the boy ever grow? Were they there before you?
Yes, they were there before us. No. No, now that you mention it. No one aged.
Well, you can take solace in knowing that you were not on the island for as many years as you would have thought.
Thank you.
I am sorry about your friends.
And he kind of like looks off, looks at the rest of the ocean, and looks at the place where the island used to be, and maybe it's better this way.
Yes. Maybe they were finally given peace. And then I'll walk off to Shun or Vagari.
So
Raventel.
we all saw, like all three of us or everybody, we all saw Bravatel and Hale disintegrate.
Yep.
Okay, Shun would have dropped the disguise by this point.
I am so sorry about your son, Raventel.
God damn it. Drop the disguise.
Oh, you, Shun. Oh, sorry. Weird tricks that you pulled. Very weird. Useful, no doubt, but strange and cool.
Well,
Thank you.
I don't like to make a habit of using them, but they come in handy.
Sorry. I tried to save someone, but it's almost like it didn't even matter. I mean, yes, we saved some.
It mattered to
But-
them. I made a promise. I just hope that... I hope they weren't aware.
Maybe it was just a matter of time. Once the curse lifted, maybe they were only illusions.
To Sabhir's point, if they were cursed on an island, you kept your promise in the end because they're not stuck there anymore.
I told that child that he would see his father. I am a liar, Vagari.
No, I'd say you did the best that you could. We couldn't have seen that happening. And children need hope.
And you do not know if he's actually seeing his father.
I think what we all need is a drink. And I kind of pat Shun on the back once and start walking over to where we can just kind of relax.
What were those delicious drinks that you made, Shun?
I'm on it.
No, you don't have to make them. What was their name?
It was just water and fruit.
We'll come up with a name for him.
I am going to go down and cook for all of these people that made it. If you want to come, I will not stop you.
But I'm sure you don't have to cook right away.
It will help me feel better.
Okay, then you can cook. I guess I shall tend to wounds.
Take this, and I'll throw him the healing potion.
I will gladly take the healing potion. Vagari, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just hope that Shun is all right. I think he just needs a couple hours.
Yeah. He could... I don't know. let's check on him later. But you are completely fine physically wise, right?
Oh no, I'm fine. I took a couple hits, but nothing that I haven't had to deal with in the past.
Haven't had to deal with in the past. You killed a ghost, a wraith.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, wasn't it?
That's yes. It was not even. It's like real but not real, half in, half out. I mean, there was no blood, no guts, no nothing.
Yeah, and you helped.
It was like one clean junk.
We make a good team.
Of course we do. We always make the best team. Better than Shun and Sabhir.
Well, to be fair, I think anybody makes a better team than Shun and insert person's name. He's not the easiest to get along with.
Sister, that's roasted. Jesus.
Hey,
I
he
mean,
did it to himself.
Anara. Good. Anara.
For you, it'd probably be Assad.
Assad, dude. Good.
Bringing it back.
Oh, good Jesus. Insert person. Fucking roasted. Yeah.
Just gonna.
Well, I'm going
do this
to.
real quick. just dead.
Oh God.
Do what, my guy?
Oh, I just
He made his icon.
die.
Yeah.
I'm going to go tend to the survivors. But
Oh, yeah, well, do you want me to bring you something from downstairs?
I mean, maybe a drink, maybe Shun's drink. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can't get him to fix us up something.
Well, I mean, you could maybe break the ice. I don't know. Maybe find out why Shun is a bad boy with a bad attitude. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that, but don't keep your fingers crossed. And I'm just gonna go
Oh.
downstairs.
Speaking of fingers crossed, you said Pudgy back there?
Oh my
No,
god. I'm
no,
going downstairs.
Don't. Don't mess with Cannon. Shun, you go down.
Had a game.
Rhaega is down there, frantically preparing food and drink, running out through the galley.
Rhaega, I am going to help you, and I do not want to talk.
Works for me. I can't talk. I'm too busy. She's running around, and you both continue to seamlessly fit into a rhythm, making food and drink for the survivors.
Well, I come down and I'm like looking around, and if I see like glasses, do I see glasses or like stuff to make drinks or anything around?
Yeah, there's not so much like glasses necessarily. It's mostly like wooden cups and simple things like that. But yeah, you see that there's a variety of things here on the boat.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can't find a tray to put like a bunch of cups on, just like as many as I can find to put on the tray. Shun, I don't know if you could make a few drinks. I'm thinking about bringing some stuff up for the people on deck.
I am preparing food. Water's in that barrel over there.
Oh, well, water's no fun. These people almost had their lives taken from them. I think we need something stronger.
At that point, you take your breath in. Rhaega puts her hand on your shoulder. Child, we had provisions for the crew for the journey to Sajin. We don't have much to spare. Water is what we
Rhaega,
can...
your words are useless on the likes of her. Goliath are not very smart. Just tell her where the water is, get her the ale, and be done with it.
Okay, look, I don't know what your problem is, Shun. I have done nothing to you. I'm
Rega's
not
gonna
falling
put
on
her
your
hand
stuff.
on your shoulder, Vagari. You know what we can do? I can slice up some oranges and some lemons, and we can flavor it a little bit that way, okay? I think it's best to leave him alone, dear.
Okay, well, at this point, I feel like you guys are both being facetious.
That is
I'm
a
just
very
trying to
big
do something
word.
fun. Yeah, because I'm not an idiot like you think I am.
Good for you.
Maybe if you took the time to have a conversation with me instead of being so closed off all the time, we would be a little bit closer, or at least be able to have a civilized conversation. But instead, you want to be closed off. Maybe Shun is a proper name, and I just like grab the tray and like pour a bunch of water in them, and like I go upstairs.
Rega gets back to work, doesn't say anything.
I don't know where that name came from, but I feel like that was really harsh.
uh, Rega's preparing food alongside you, and she like there's like a little tiny disc, which I guess you could call a plate, if you could call it that, of like one finely sliced piece of mango, and she's like, "This is my favorite," and then she just continues working. Slides it next to you.
Grab a pear. That is mine.
She pops it in her mouth, doesn't say anything, and continues to work.
What do you believe happens when you die, Rega?
Well, close enough to it. I'll let you know what happens when I get there.
Do you think we remember?
I think I'll remember to come back, unless it's too good on the other side. Truth be told, what I honestly think is that whatever does happen, when we die, is really irrelevant to those of us who are still living.
I promised a young boy that I would reunite him with his father. And the young boy was destined to never see his father. I am concerned that his final memory was pain and disappointment. And it was my fault.
Did you kill the boy?
And Shun will stop working. I think so. Whatever we did on that island to escape, they were never meant to leave.
Should you be a dear and pass me the paprika? Thank you. I love paprika. I feel like you don't speak to many people. So I'll take the opportunity here to tell you intentions, though sometimes meaningless, are often the most meaningful. Never feel bad for trying to do the right thing, even if it doesn't work out. She continues working.
Thank you, Rega.
Now, and her tail smacks you in the butt. Help me pass these around. You don't need to talk to them, but you do need to feed them if you're going to work in my kitchen. And she starts handing you plates and stuff like that.
Yeah, chef.
Good boy. Vagari and Sabhir, you guys are up on deck. There's a number of survivors on the deck. There are sailors that are working hard to get the ship going. You see Drasia and Talif that are up on by the helm once more. What are you all doing?
When I first come upstairs, I'd probably give the workers waters first, and if I have any left over, pass out the rest to the survivors. But leave one for Sabhir.
Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Yeah, well, it's the least I could do. Sorry it's not more fun, but some people downstairs apparently don't know what that is, so... we have to settle for lemon water. It's just as sour as Shun is. Enjoy.
Hey, just because he is in a sour mood doesn't mean you have to be sour.
You're right, I'm sorry. I just, he drives me crazy. It's like anytime you talk to the guy.
I mean, he was fine on the island.
Well, he
But I
was fine when I wasn't talking to him.
Very true, but it is the weight of not being able to keep your word.
Yeah, well, we all say things that we can't foresee happening, and there are things that we promise that we can't actually hold true. I think he needs to just accept that he had good intentions, get over it, and move on. I know he's upset about the boy, but look at all the people that we were able to get off that island. They would have been destined for death there.
They would have, and it would have been years and years, and they never would have gone off the island, and then we would have even more people if we showed up maybe a week or 2 weeks later.
Exactly.
More
I mean,
people
think
would
about all
have
the people we saved from that horrible fate. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe he needs to just open his eyes a little bit.
Maybe take the good with the bad. But look at the good.
Tell Shun that, and I just start drinking my water.
He'll come around.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't hold your breath.
Well, you didn't like me when you first met me.
I wouldn't say I didn't like you. I more so pitied you. But now I understand you, and we're cool.
I will take that as a compliment. Now, who is injured? Raise of hands.
A million people just kind of raise their hands.
I will go to the people that didn't raise their hands.
There you go.
Vagari, you start to help out with the individuals on deck, the sailors and stuff. So here you start tending to the wounded after a few hours of travel. And you guys notice that Talif and Drasia are kind of like... they seem to be in some kind of like heated sort of debate a little bit, a little frustrated. And then eventually Drasia kind of like shakes his head and steps away. Just kind of like, all right, crew. Grab a rope and tie yourself on. The ride's about to get extra bumpy. We take to the skies. And you see the sails get rolled up. The mast like kind of starts to lay down, and from under the water, these two sails come out from like the side of the ship, and the engine starts to whir. The whole ship starts to vibrate and starts taking off into the sky slowly. You sail further into the sky for the next few days, cutting your
Before
journey.
we sail for the next few days, though, as we're lifting off, I'm like, holy shit. I just like drop all my stuff and like run over to Sabhir. Sabhir, we're flying! Sabhir!
I'm holding on to a mast like, we're gonna die! We're gonna die!
Sabhir! We're flying! Hold me over the edge so I can catch the air! And I'm like, Titanicking.
No!
Okay, proceed.
Shun's down in the galley, just like tossing chains, like, what the hell is happening?
Over the next few days, you sail into the air. You make a stop in a city called Sidober, where most of the refugees kind of get off and start to disseminate around. You don't stay in the city for very long. And you make a few other stops along the way. Amongst the stops that you make, you end in one city called Kaip. There's a lot of stonework here, traditional sort of towers made of cement blocks and stone, deep set into a mountain. And here you pick up a number of people. Among them, one young half orc, one orc, that with wraps around his hands, kind of a tall and muscular, but of kind of slender build. You go, shaved head. He goes, "Hey, I'm Pugilist Club. You can call me Pugy. You guys coming with me to Ague Citadel?" You take off and make your way to the Ague Citadel, and that is where we're going to end tonight's session. There is... Oh, I did leave one thing out.
Yeah.
Sabhir,
Yes.
let's have Vagari and Shun take their headphones off.
Why does he get all the
Fine.
secrets?
Keep your secrets.
Yes.
You sense a sort of calming presence, and the voice of the same crocodile entity kind of... You don't hear necessarily the voice, but the presence of that crocodile entity kind of just gives you this feeling of it feels cold and scary, but it also is like reassuring, and you just understand that what you accomplished on the island was in service to this. Okay, and that's it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
And a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a...
Bye.
Bye!